Because Daryl was there.
Oh, is that why she was being all like,
Okay.
What's up, Abby?
Where's the other mic?
I don't know.
Gavin, where's
You
the
ready to
other
do
one?
this?
What?
Oh, you got it? Okay.
We got it.
Let's do this.
Make sure it doesn't fall because I'm an idiot.
Oh, I'm too old for this.
Good. Thank you for bringing
Okay.
supplies.
Harley, can I get a chair over here?
Your chairs are right there.
I need a chair.
All right, everyone, let's get ready. So you can end as soon as 45 or 50. I've got 45 minutes to fill in case you need it.
Cool. Here's this. Who's taking them?
Test.
Everyone, you got them?
Oh, cool. Sweet. Well, here's their supper.
Hi, Daddy. That's so sweet.
This is their supper. Who's taking the bean?
Okay.
This is they have to supper. Because we don't have decorating this track, so this is the supper. Pretty much.
How does that work? I have no idea how this game show even works anymore.
Who wants the bean?
Yeah. Can I be the distraction?
She does.
I can't crack a bean on my back.
Oh.
If I had his bouncer, I could.
He's got his tablet.
Potatoes. XYZ. How you doing?
Wait.
Come here, little brother. How are you, my little brother?
I've been better.
That's your fruits.
I don't want to know what else we see. We're just going to get ready to go live.
Gavin, can we get one more chair? For Aiden over there. Hey, and you're gonna go sit with Mimi.
Okay, I'll sit there.
I just got a burp.
Put him over there. Great.
Yep.
And then he needs to come up here in a little bit.
Bye, buddy.
Say
Love you,
bye.
Beanie.
Bye-bye.
I love you.
I
know it's so bad.
want to glue it to where it can't.
Well, you can add that with Mimi.
Oh, God, wait. Am I low enough?
Miranda.
You sit down right there.
I put some glue right here.
Okay, we got about a minute.
Yeah.
See, if I would have known those, I could have totally worn my Gengar one.
We decided last minute to match.
Yep. Last minute. Couldn't have worn yet.
Harley, can you watch the clock from there?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
You gotta be quiet, okay? No more talking.
Okay, Jill, so this is like nailed it, except,
You don't have a pre-existing thing?
yeah.
I'm just gonna wing it as I...
Decide what we're making yet?
Oh no, we just did.
Just now.
Is
Just
it food?
No. There's cookies in the lobby.
There's cookies in the lobby.
Alright.
Are we not gonna have a monitor today?
Huh?
We're not gonna have a monitor today?
Oh, shit. Can somebody turn on my monitor?
The
My
monitor's
TV.
not on.
My TV's not on. Can't see my TV.
Y'all sit down.
Oh, wait, why don't you just turn our TV on?
Harley's gonna stab herself with a pair of scissors.
Should I use the
It's
mic?
full.
All right.
Thank you. Alright, radio silence, please. If you have a phone, please silence it.
Alright.
Good job.
After that first.
Hi guys, and welcome to Maker's Arena. I'm Harley,
Hi, Mike.
and this is the game we make our friends suffer. So let's introduce our teams today. They're over here giggling. They got a giggle fit going on.
You tell anybody not to talk, and immediately they're gonna start giggling.
I know, you guys are gonna giggle no matter what we did.
And or making
You
noises.
just talked.
And we're making noises, yes. So, let's begin. Let's start with our Pikachu friends here. Tell us who you are. and your thing.
They look vaguely familiar.
Superpower Pikachu's.
I'm Miranda, and this is Aiden. We were here last time.
They were our winners of
We
last.
won. We're the champs right now.
That's why they're familiar.
Yeah, that's
We
why
got
I'm
the
familiar.
Champions Cup.
I see you need assistance.
Yeah.
She was afraid of you.
I was. Just a little bit.
She need backup.
That's fine.
Probably was like, you're going to get this Jill, and I was like, no.
In that case, I'm
That's
Jill.
like special
Everybody
ops
doesn't know me
right
already.
there, you know?
I'm all over the crazy shows.
Miranda.
It's weird.
Of course, I
So
think
much
she's
stuff
gonna need
everywhere.
special ops against her competitor.
Yeah, so competitor, who are you?
I'm Jill, also known as God Mode.
Tell the people about you, because they don't know.
I don't know. I don't
don't
talk
know you.
about myself. What is
We
this?
barely know you.
Okay,
I barely know myself.
you weren't the judge from last time.
No one controls
No.
Ogra. Ogra can't even control Ogra.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Jesus.
Why ruin the surprise? That's my introduction to
Why
most
ruin
people.
the
Is why
surprise?
ruin the surprise?
All right.
What's in your hair?
It's a poinsettia. It's Christmassy.
Christmas.
Bot humbug.
No, you know who the party pooper is in the room.
It's starting to look.
That one. He tells me I can't spend money. He's such a bad person.
I'm blaming it all on you from now on.
It's always Mike's fault. So, Mike, what? We literally decided our theme last minute. So this is how this game works.
That wasn't
We
even last
pull
minute. That was last second.
a random theme out of our butt as we're standing here on the stage going, crap, what are we going to make them do today?
Yeah.
So we last minute decided since it's Christmas, we're going to make them make us a ghost of Christmas past or future.
Christmas, whatever.
Christmas what? Ghost of Christmas something.
Yeah.
So they have exactly 45-ish minutes to make the items.
Ooh, she's ready.
She's ready.
Jacket's
She's
coming
ready
off.
to.
She's serious.
She already took the jacket off.
So I can.
We're going to make. So we don't have a random like distraction today. Though if we really want one, we could probably pull one out of our butt somewhere. So to make up for the lack of Jeffrey, we have these awesome little bitty Swiss Army knife scissors. So if they call for a distraction, I guess they have to use these little Swiss Army knife scissors.
That's going to be crippling.
It's gonna be funny.
Yes.
I want to be the distraction.
Those are tiny.
Well, we'll see, Aiden. So, I think this is hilarious.
Well.
Good luck cutting anything with this other than people's hair. So, are you guys ready?
I was born ready.
Mike, are you ready
Never.
for the energy that is gonna burst out of this room?
Absolutely not.
She already she ready to dog, jumping dog.
I gotta keep the crown. Gotta keep the crown.
That's what she said.
That's it. Impeach her.
Maybe- oh,
Impeach. I need my impeach one.
Oh.
All right.
May the fates be ever in your corner, because the other one's copyrighted. So.
Yeah, we can't say that. So, ready, set, go.
Where are you?
Aiden, get it.
Mine.
Aiden, it's Mimi only. You were Mimi's before. But you can play with that piece.
I don't want to make.
Aiden.
You got this, buddy. Emotional sport. You
I'm
got
just
phone?
making Christmas spirit.
Like there's basically piles of trash at Goodwill.
Right?
I mean, we
Hey,
do that
don't
on
knock
the
the
regular.
don't knock the
This
Goodwill.
is not a-
How
we
did
do-
our sock end up in this?
I don't know, but now there's a sock. Mike wants the sock.
Because I like that one.
Sit down. Go
Huh?
sit down,
You
please.
want to give us the sock?
No, the sock is.
Oh, you want to use the sock?
You sacrificing the sock to
Yes, I am sacrificing the sock.
Can I use the candle?
Yes,
it
those
is.
are my scissors.
She brought her own.
Unfair advantage.
She brought her own out of my car because they live in my car.
Yes, I'm going to use the sock.
Oh, you already took the ugly stuff.
To be fair,
Yeah.
that's the same idea I
Can
had.
I use the candle?
Aiden, you need to sit down, okay?
Oh, children.
Okay.
I want to use a candle.
Aiden, you're gonna sit down or you're gonna go hang out with Dorian?
Get a care.
I'm going to
Oh,
sacrifice.
I don't know if that was a threat or not.
That is a threat. Dorian has a talent.
I'm sorry. This is just way too entertaining.
You
I now get to make a sock puppet.
Is he gonna sing the song that never ends?
Please no.
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 What about money makes the world go around?
No.
Do I look like you?
Money or gold?
Well,
Gold.
The lady that
The name of
did
the song.
Lamb Chop
The name of the song from Repo the Genetic Opera is Gold.
makes the
That's
world
what
go
I-
round.
yeah.
But the lady from Lamb Chop did a song with Lamb Chop about money making the world go round.
We can
And
have
Lamb Chop's like,
hot glue guns on.
can I have somebody check my technical support? Because the hot glue guns are not on. But they are plugged into the wall.
Okay.
Yes,
Are your things on?
they're not on. They're plugged into the wall. Tech support, please.
I think I got it.
So one wasn't on, and the other one was not on because of it.
Okay. Tech support has been checked.
I have no idea what I'm doing at this.
Good
But
job,
this will be
Mary.
entertaining. You say Ghost of Christmas Past.
Ghost of Christmas something.
Ghost of Christmas something.
You have to do the Ghost of Christmas something.
Aiden.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
hey, Trapper. Apart.
But my socks.
Why did I get the
Trapper.
broken one?
Why does he get all my socks? Apparently the hot glue guns are not on.
No, it's on. It's just not heating up yet.
Okay.
Nope, it's
It
cold.
does take a minute, so.
Nope, this one heats up fast and it's cold.
Is the switch on the side?
That one doesn't turn off. It's always on high. I know, 'cause it's mine.
They have to be on. Those lights are on now.
I'm just taking
That
this
one's
right back.
on. Okay. Just give it a moment. If it doesn't work, that's okay.
For you.
You do not want to do.
I'm highly entertained and concerned.
I don't really count as a
Let's
job.
see.
I'm highly
You just
entertained
come here
here.
for fun.
I'm in moral support. So
You can do this.
I
I'm
mean,
not
that's
worried.
how we do it. Go team.
Rock.
I don't know why. I'm very entertained by the sock.
Aiden. Sit down or are you going to go hang up
Go
Dorian?
team. I gotta be Robin for a minute. Go team. Go team. Get it? Go team.
Any pop-pop?
That's a different game. That's a different game, Johnny.
Miranda. Oh, there's the-
Attack! Our contestants seem to have an idea of what they're doing. I'm gonna put up our live chat so I can see if people are talking to us. Cause I like live chat.
Live
I
chat
prefer
makes the world
the
go
volume
round.
off of the video though. There we go. Now we won't have an echo of our media here.
Aiden,
Oh, look,
look in.
there we go. Live chat.
So screw it. Just pull them off now.
Just die. I feel like I'm watching an envisionment of what Jill does to my plants if she thinks she's gonna touch my plants. Like the ghost of Miranda shows up and just kills them all.
See? This is what happens when I touch the plants. Miranda shows up and they all just kind of cease to exist.
Story of my life.
I'm gonna post the live stream on the Social Kingdom page since Miranda already put it in there.
What?
I'll figure out how to copy my live
Yeah, she
stream.
told us all to watch it, and I was like, I refuse.
You're already here.
Don't look at the screen then. Don't look at the screen.
Oh, the screen,
I
Mike.
can't. Can't see it.
Can't see it?
No,
Share.
can't see it.
Copy link.
Aha! Matrix staff. I did absolutely nothing.
There we go. Now there's a link on the CK page to this video. For our viewers at home, you can find us on YouTube at Kaiju Labs Media. I think
Yes.
we're on Twitter. It all connects to the same show. I think that we also have our guys from Combat Creations next.
No, it's a replay.
Oh, it's a replay. Never mind. It's just us and a Christmas party.
Yay!
I heard there was free cake.
Cake? There's a pumpkin bread, actually. Chocolate chip bread. With pretty rainbow unicorn frosting. And there's muffins. And I made chocolate chip cookies because I'm basic. And I know I would eat those
That's why there's an entirely second set of them in the
in
car.
the car. That I cooked the way I like them, which is not still raw. on the
It
outside.
was soft enough that it's one cookie now. It's just a cookie mountain.
I like raw cookie in the middle, and I made the cookies.
cookie dough, Harley.
You don't eat raw cookie dough.
You can make raw cookie dough
Without eggs.
if you. Well, no, it's not the salmonella from the eggs. It's the wheat germ can carry E. coli. So if you bake the wheat or if you bake the flour and then make your dough as normal, just leave out the eggs, you can have raw cookie dough and not die.
Look, we're learning.
The more you know.
The smarter you are.
The more I like eating, like I cooked just enough of the cookie that it wasn't gonna kill me or make me sick. I cooked just enough so it's still kind of a giant mound of cookie dough, but it's still
Hi, Gavin.
cookie.
I mean,
Hello, salt puppet. We meet again.
We meet again, Gavin. Were you good this year?
No.
I will have to come visit you on Christmas Eve.
I feel like we need googly eyes.
This is like how Jill functions. We do this weird contest called Dragon Master, and most people work on those arts and crafts projects for 6 months. Jill pulls 6 months worth of arts and crafts out of her butt
In like 6 days.
in less than 6 days. Sometimes it's a day and a half.
The murder trinket took you how long?
Oh, you mean insanity? 11 days.
That was 11 days of
Non-stop
pretty much
sewing.
solid work. I think you had, what, 6 hours of sleep in 11 days?
It was 220 hours across 11 days.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there I ate and took a shower.
I'm making a
shoving
frame
together.
right now.
I slept for maybe 4 hours-ish a night.
Jill doesn't sleep to
I
begin
don't
with,
sleep with the
so
with.
This is the frame for the
I
ghost.
still hear like the sewing machine from my bedroom on the other side of the house at ridiculous hours of the day.
Oh, please. It's like right outside your room. Don't act like you're on the other side of the mansion.
No, she's not outside the house.
She's on the other side of the house. It's right outside my bedroom.
Mine's by the front door.
Yeah. Oh.
She hears the power tools at 4 a.m.
I do hear the power tools before I through the garage.
And then you hear me in the sewing room just cursing up a storm.
Somebody bring me my white girl beer. I am frustrated.
IPA. I understand it's like the pumpkin spice of beer, but whatever.
Do you have to drink it
I
wearing
thought White
yoga
Claw was a
pants?
pumpkin spice
Huh?
beer.
Do you have to drink it wearing
Well-
yoga pants?
My butt don't
Yeah,
fit in yoga
kind of.
pants.
White Claw is the new Zima.
I think Miranda, you gotta step up from white girl coffee beer.
Okay.
Because White Claw is a white girl coffee beer.
I thought Smirnoff was the white girl beer.
No, Smirnoff is
It's been replaced by
It's
White
soda.
Claw. And Truly.
I don't know. I don't drink
Okay.
beer. It's wine and whiskey.
Where can I get
Huh?
White Claw's not beer.
That's disgusting either way.
It's a seltzer.
It's grody.
Ever sit in my house and I have no idea how it got there.
You're just, it's Mona.
Probably. I was like, who brought this into the house?
Who brought this crap in my home?
It wasn't cold.
No. We need them for crafting. So I'm done.
What?
Breathe. Just breathe.
We have a start of a tower going on over here.
Conjurer's gonna call. Are you building a dumpster? Are you gonna light it on fire?
It goes to CK Fast. No.
Well, the entire people making things are from the same group of people.
You know.
We all do this LARPing thing called. Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do it. You just can't tell them. You can't sell them something.
That game we play on the weekends?
Yes, we play a LARP on the weekends, and we all know each other from that.
What?
Not to
I've never
mention,
been before in my life. None of
Who are
you.
these weird people?
Who are you?
That's totally where I met Harley.
That's totally where we
And me.
met. Yeah, no, totally.
Yep.
It should have thrown me under the bus on the first day.
It did.
Me, autocrat an event.
You liked it. Blah.
No, she didn't.
I liked almost getting in a fist fight with Theo. Off the side of a truck window.
Theo threw bread at me the other day.
Yeah?
So that means he likes you.
Yay!
It's when they don't throw things at you, you gotta worry about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't throw things. They have to worry.
Like weasel.
What are you doing, crazy boy?
Having a connection.
Yeah, I know, right?
No flower.
This is the most peaceful day because I don't want distractions, and there are none.
I don't know. I can throw a mic at you. He's pretty distracting.
We're not you.
I don't know.
Not that distracting.
I find him distracting.
I wonder why. It's because they're dating.
Because I have a beard.
It's the beard.
You have a beard?
Totally the beard.
Like every other guy in Austin? What?
You look
No
like a homeless
way.
guy.
Yeah, but mine's not ironic.
You're just a sweetaboo.
It doesn't have any like.
It's okay, little brother.
It doesn't have any like weird glitter in it or Christmas lights.
What are you gonna do with that lovely, pretty ornament you got since I have a ban on glitter in the house?
I'm gonna hang them up in the tree.
She said, no, you not.
I have glitter banned from my
Or
house
put them in the tree.
since somebody's child found a whole container of glitter.
Gosh, I wonder whose kid that is.
I like how they looked at Mike for this.
Pretty sure somehow you magically stuck glitter in my
That's
house.
totally my fault because I love glitter so much.
You do. You love glitter so much. So much you look like a stripper.
Exotic dancer.
I'm sorry, exotic dancer.
Can you wear glitter without being an exotic dancer?
You can't.
Not in our house.
It's not Pride Week.
I mean, it's awesome. Isn't it always Pride Week?
Every week is Pride Week.
That is true. We don't live in Austin.
Close
Okay, we're
enough.
not seeing you.
It's the Austin suburb.
I messed up.
We can't because we're not seeing you. Unless
The
then you
point
can
of
wear
art
glitter.
is never mess up.
If you say so.
No, the point of art is mess up and then hide it so nobody knows you did.
Bias tape hides the lies.
Bias tape does hide the lies. Whenever you're sewing, bias tape hides the lies. You mess up your hem, bias tape.
You mess
You got some stitches going funky?
Bye.
Bias tape.
What? We'll talk. Your move, Dan.
Grab one candle.
He can't handle my beard.
People.
Stealing, you don't see me.
That's fine. It's because you can't handle my beard. My beard is epic.
That's the weirdest
Pretty epic.
beard.
Better than yours.
You look like someone.
And now I'm Harley, and I'm so pretty.
Your hair looks like
Not a lie.
seaweed.
It's not a lie. If my hair would do that epic thing today, I have a bad hair day, so it's in a bun.
Wait, even better. Wait.
Someone's had a bad hair day.
We're the only ones wearing hats.
Hint, hint, motherfucker.
Jill.
You can't say that.
Sorry.
This is
You didn't tell me I couldn't.
This is live TV
It's
still.
prime time. You know that.
Prime time. That's not one of the words that's banned anymore.
Did she get fined?
Yeah, find me. That's fine.
Gavin does.
I mean, technically it's okay. Ever since, who was it, Cheney told someone to go F themselves in the middle of Congress on C-SPAN?
Yep.
The FCC said it was okay?
Main
The FCC said it was okay.
I'm not pushing those rules around here.
My name is now
Yeah, yeah.
Mustachio.
Mustachio question.
The mustachio. Never question. Just accept it.
You're just trying to.
She managed to go on 2 button eyes in like 10 minutes. So.
She's having fun.
I don't craft my best till like last minute.
She doesn't.
She's
I'm
gonna
gonna have like
magically
this
pull-
big glorious structure going, and then Jill's gonna be like, zip, 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 done. And I'm like,
Then magically pull it out of her butt.
Fudge.
Farfig Nugan.
shh, I'm making Harley's past relationships.
I'm the Christmas. I'm the rip-off of the Grinch.
Amen.
Did you
You're gonna have
hear
to
what
not
I
wash
said?
it
I'm
for,
the
like,
rip-off of the
3
Grinch.
months.
Don't wash it for 3 months. Close enough.
What cinnamon
I need you to not take a shower for 6 months.
Ew, no.
Ew.
Yeah.
Then you can make a repeat.
Ew.
Well, this is your sock.
That's my life.
Decisions.
This is your sock.
No, I have you beat. My son's mother shared a toothbrush with her last husband.
Ah.
So I woke up one morning
That's okay.
and I went to go brush my teeth, and my toothbrush was in the shower. And I don't brush my teeth in the shower. Daryl brushes his teeth in the shower. My boyfriend. And,
I wonder who else does that.
I don't know. I think brushing your teeth in the shower is already kind of weird because I don't like hot water in my mouth. But yeah, toothbrush was in the shower, and I said, "Hey, babe, did you use my toothbrush?" She's like, "Yeah, we kiss." And I was like, "I don't care. Don't put my toothbrush in your mouth."
And I gotta go tinkle.
You need to go tinkle. Go tinkle.
My private part.
Aiden,
Oh!
just go pee.
Let's go, buddy.
Where's the restroom?
You're good. Buy the cookies.
Outside by a tree.
Buy the cookies.
Not on the cookies.
That's okay. I have my own in the car.
Here you go, Harley. Your past relationship.
Just put it in a fake bun.
Wait. I shaved the sides.
Take the
You
man
just
bun.
decide to put it in a top knot.
There you go. Now that looks right. Just like that. Yep. That's accurate.
Duh.
Yep.
I think
there
you're
you go.
pretty.
That is pretty accurate there.
Yeah, you're funny.
No, they say, "What? You don't love me anymore?"
But we're married.
My butt, we are. Oh look, I got an email for a free butt cake.
A free butt cake?
Oh,
Butt
look.
cake.
Butt cake.
From nothing but cake. Cause my birthday.
It's your birthday.
No, my birthday's Christmas Eve.
Oh.
But they got an email for a free butt cake.
Free butt
Yay,
cake.
butt
I'm
cake.
going to take advantage of that.
No.
Where do you get a butt cake from?
None of
Brenda
butt cakes.
apparently is watching this and dying.
Love you, Brenda.
Brenda loves sock bed.
Is that his official name?
Sock bed.
Apparently
now.
that's the...
That is what Brenda has called him, is sock bed.
It's not as cool as Sock Baby, though.
Sock man, baby.
Oh my.
Now we're gonna entertain ourselves. Hey, Igor. Show you mine?
Look at Still's wedding dress that never arrived.
I know, my wedding dress is really pretty.
Mine is also very pretty.
And still in my
What,
closet.
didn't you get from like that store? Like, did the mass shut down?
That, yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was the second one.
In the wedding.
That was my second one.
I paid $5,000 for mine at Alfred Angelo before the shutdown.
Fancy.
I
Oh, wait.
fancy.
Now I have to give him a little wannabe mustache.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Lord.
Don't forget his little fake, like, single hair goatee thing.
You're so mean.
No, we're honest, and sometimes the truth hurts.
The truth hurts. Why do you think?
Sometimes you,
PSA moment right there.
sometimes you have to make it work better. Otherwise, it eats you
Put the
up
glue in there
alive.
for you.
Oh, could you put like a triangle?
Start putting them in. Start putting them in. Don't touch the glue.
No, that's not where I want it.
Just put it in. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands.
I've never enjoyed a sock so much.
That's not what he said.
Oh.
He wasn't a sock.
We're salty. Don't mind us. There you go.
Nailed it.
I think we're gonna have two ghosts.
Gotta do it right.
I was gonna do that on the outside. I thought it'd be cool.
I need like a crappy, really bad man. Like,
Stealing, you don't see me. I'm stealth. You don't see me, even though I'm talking.
Yes. The answer is yes.
No, you don't see me.
That's enough, buddy.
You got ghosted.
Because of hot clover.
So our audience is calling for some distraction.
They can
I got distracted.
get over
Are you a
it.
distraction?
You like distract them or for you? Because I got a question.
All of it.
Okay. If, and this is for the sake of my Mary Sue question, if I got possessed by a ghost and then married, how concerned / what would your reaction be?
Depends on.
Does he
I
wear
saw
black and white
this
stripes?
TLC show.
Does he wear black and white
Ugly
stripes?
person.
Aiden.
Oh, then
What kind of ghost are we talking
kind of
about here?
Not
I
with the
believe
most,
it
obviously.
was like a witch goddess ghost.
are they hot?
I mean, the ghost is me.
Oh, you're the ghost.
Oh, you're the ghost.
I get possessed by a ghost, so it's me. Are you talking about the person I married?
Does the
Yeah.
ghost treat you right?
I gotta see this person, cause it's gotta be.
Is it a butthole demon?
No.
What? God.
No.
You know, I'm okay with this. I believe this works.
Okay, cool.
There's the answer. Yeah, you're fine.
We're fine.
You're fine.
Amanda can suck it.
Amanda can suck it.
Well then, poor Amanda.
I don't know who Amanda is, but
He's my roommate who does not approve of this wedding.
Ow, 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 ow.
It's hot.
I
Well,
got
then she
burnt by
can
a
suck.
hot glue gun and never cried.
So, but yeah, our audience is calling for distractions, but it's the
We
distraction they
just
called for
started.
seems like Jill already kind of has a pair.
I don't know. We're about half an hour into this.
So I guess
I think it's bedtime for some distraction.
I think we're
Be quiet.
So I think Aiden gets to do that.
Aiden, do you want to distract?
Yes.
She's all covering up.
Let me just.
Okay, so Roosevelt has to call a distraction on the other person.
We don't have to.
You don't have to, but we need some kind
I'm gonna do something he has never done in his life.
Haircut time.
I think,
Haircut time.
I think I need a dance number from Gavin and Robin from Grease 2.
Could I be a distraction?
Am I pretty
Yeah,
now?
go distract Jill. Go distract Jill.
I mean, if you do the ladder, I can do the cool right now.
Let's put down.
No, don't put glue on that.
And then.
Distraction is destroying things.
And then
Pretty much.
that. And then.
Yes,
That. And then that.
That is just what Jeffrey would
And
do.
then that.
He had a good teacher.
Remember,
Son of a gun.
Aiden, you're
Be careful.
messing with electronics. Let's not mess with the electronics.
Nope.
We're not exactly Jeffrey yet, but you can do a sing and dance number.
She's like, I'm gonna turn this box upside down.
And then.
He's chaotic neutral at best.
And then.
Okay, Aiden, you
Where did
know.
my candle go?
All right.
Aiden,
And
you're just putting glue on things and then getting glue on the table.
Pretty much.
That's what I do.
I had a candle.
Done.
I had a pen. There it
You
is.
have
And
it.
there's a candle.
Static electricity.
So,
Where'd the other candles go? Were there only
I
three?
need a pulling.
No, I took the whole package to begin with.
I need this. I need this.
Miranda, that's
who wants to
Aiden.
do the song and dance number?
Sit down.
We need a song and dance. Who's gonna sing?
I like to sing
and
dance.
No, not that.
Do it.
Anything but that song.
I want to be a pirate, but the pirates often dance. With me silver buckle slippers and me tight shiny pants. I'm Ben. I like to sing and dance.
Ben.
Can I have a candle?
Fancy.
No.
And see.
Oh my.
I needed to do something.
That was worth it.
Totally.
You can go sit with Dorian if you're that bored.
No. Every question answers is no.
You're a no.
Thank you for the compliment.
You're so weird.
You're so weird.
You're both weird.
You're both weird.
Says the guy that has red yarn dyeing his beard in a ponytail.
Your beard is bleeding.
Sweetaboo.
It's full of blood of my eggs.
Yes, he is a sweet. At this point, he is.
Might as well be.
You might as well.
We only get to call a distraction once.
Yep.
Got about 15 minutes.
15 more minutes?
15.
more minutes. 1-5.
Not 5-0.
No.
I would need a nap before then. Can't can't see what side says.
But Harley, I still love you.
What's the?
But I still love you.
She's really going all out on this.
I just can't.
Man, Brenda's mean. Brenda told me to unplug the glue gun for a few minutes and then plug it back in. The struggles of pushing the last bit of hot glue out. She's mean. Man, Brenda's spicy today. I guess during vacation week we're gonna have to make Brenda come do the show. Oh no, Brenda, we're gonna put you on live TV.
You're next.
That's gonna be Lost in Torches next. She'll be next till after the end of third season.
She's next in 6 months.
Oh no, wait. If Brenda's coming for Springwar, we can kidnap her and make her come to our show during Springwar.
Yes.
Oh my god, we can film this at Springwar.
Oh my.
That would be fun,
We
actually.
can have a live studio audience.
If they have to throw grapes.
I don't think that would be the best place, though, for a live studio audience.
No, because
We'll just do it in this
it'll be
game.
pre-recorded, therefore it is not, on primetime TV at that point.
We can bleep out all the notes.
It would just have to be a big, giant bleep in borders everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we would just be blurred out. So
Pretty
like the
much.
corner, you'll
Well,
see
there-
like the cloud.
Their thing is, whenever they see cameras, they like to flip birds.
We can do it for online just fine.
Yeah, it's online content.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Be our super special online
Brenda's
show.
very excited to be on our show. We should get with Megan about doing a live stream.
It needs purple.
Man, Mike, I
Why does it
didn't
need
know
purple?
your Christmas ghost was
Who
here.
did I marry for so many years?
This is Jill.
Let
and
me
Mike's
send you a
Christmas
playlist
ghost.
real quick. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I gotta pull a playlist up. We can only play 10 seconds of each song before it's copyright infringement. Man, we're being super salty tonight.
Oh, that's so.
This is the saltiest we've been in a while.
Seasoning on my head.
We haven't played we need to go home and play Quiplash.
Don't know what that is.
You were way too young to know what Quiplash is.
Oh no, she made an ugly sweater for it.
Jesus. Brenda says the shade is real,
Good, because I forgot my umbrella.
and she's dying.
But I make my own tunics.
He's been using her tunic pattern and pants to sell and telling people in Neverwinter that he made the design himself.
The video game?
No, like an outfit.
It's like,
So it's the group that's close to like Florida and Georgia and all that because it's never winter there, so they call it never winter.
No, winter once. It was winter last year.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Where'd my
It
sign
was
go?
almost never winter there.
Hello, oh, there's my
Are
sign.
you allowed to use that box in the pile?
I don't know. No, let's not use the box. You can use all the things around the box and touching the box, but not the box. So I don't know if I would want that box back.
hot glue strands everywhere.
I think Miranda missed some flowers. There's some flowers over here.
Mike!
And now it's stuck to the book.
Ow.
Hey, Aiden, can you
Oh,
pick
you
that
still have
flower up?
you still have feeling in your fingertips?
I don't
Aiden,
know.
can you pick that flower up?
She was like, I'm a pro.
I thought we were supposed to get a burn counter.
Nope, the other one.
Marry
Oh,
me.
we're at one.
No.
That one. Pick that one up.
We know of. Just one burnt herself like 8 times. She just doesn't even know anymore.
I don't feel it.
Nobody feels it anymore. That's why
Are
cosplay
you
used to get
feeling
away
it
with
down,
murder
Mr.
because we don't
Krabs?
have fingerprints anymore. We burned them off so many times.
What are you using the candles for?
I don't know. Cause I still hold a candle for Harley.
Oh my gosh.
But then why are you hogging the candles?
I need comfort. I need comfort.
I just can't. You guys.
I need an adult.
You are one.
I need an adultier adult.
No, I got designated as the designated adult for the house.
Yeah, Mike is the designated adult.
Man, you got the short end of the stick on that one. I'd say recount. Let Dorian be the designated adult.
Listen, you ever dealt with Dorian when he's like hungry and tired and not wanting to sleep all at the same time? It's the worst.
He's 2, so that's like half
Every day.
Oh, Mimi, did I send you the picture of Beanie in his new mattress?
No.
Okay, I'm
Here
gonna
you go,
send it to
Harley.
you. I need an adult. That puppet's looking at me funky.
Shh, shh, it'll be okay.
Okay.
Oh, chill.
You have ideas and you want to get in on this, don't you?
Being a bad host.
Are you? Are you being a bad host?
I'm trying to chill ideas.
You just really want to join this team because it's just that entertaining.
She wrote a letter for you.
I don't want a letter from him.
Oh my. Even Aiden's getting in on it.
Alright guys, what is something quirky about Dorian?
I got you.
When he decides to whisper the word suffer only when it gets quiet.
He had coaching on that one.
Aiden.
That's what he does. Also, he laughs hysterically at really gory horror movies. I don't know where he picked that one up at.
Couldn't imagine.
I don't have the faintest idea what that is.
No idea.
Christmas stuff.
No, they just said
Sorry, Mom,
goes to something.
I got a notification from our lovely favorite website place that gives away free things for kids. And they have a Paw Patrol bouncy ball
Oh my.
that you sit on and bounce on.
I saw that one.
So I said Dorian is quirky.
Oh, that kind of quirky.
Yeah, not My
You
Hero
look like you want to
Academia
come
quirky.
dance.
What?
You look like you want to dance. So I think we should show the world Poppy's
yeah.
face.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Okay. All right.
I don't like it. Put it back.
It's scary, man.
No, Aiden.
Do you like my reaction whenever you're supposed to?
Yes. Which one? All 3 of them?
So for people that don't realize who this is Pocky.
Hold on. No, I gotta do this correctly. There we go.
There, now you can tell it's Pocky.
Yeah. There we go. Hi.
But this is Pocky.
Hi. So, I guess I should tell them why we did this.
Tell people why we did this, so we
So-
have some filler.
Yeah. So you guys are like, Pocky, you have a chin. That is remarkable. Well, actually, technically you don't. You have like no neck. You just start from shoulder, then you have face. That's
So you're the
great.
criminologist from Rocky?
No.
Sorry, callbacks.
All right.
Callbacks. Can't say that all much.
So November 8th, my wife was diagnosed, Courtney, lady, former host of the Ladies Fandom, also my co-host on Learn to Roleplay, was diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer, which was sad, but she's better. So in fact, she is on our stream right now, acting out and talking to people. And so she's going through chemo right now. And as you know, with chemo, you have a tendency to lose hair. Well, I shaved the beard for solidarity with the wife. And mostly the reasoning is because I already know what I look like without hair. About 20 years ago, I had an incident at a construction site where some line was up in the hair, and the only way to get rid of that is through hair removal.
Yeah.
So I know what I look like without a beard. I know what I look like without hair, and I chose a beard. And the wife agreed. She saw a picture of it. She's like, "No, you're losing the beard." I gave her a choice. So,
Solid choice.
uh-huh.
Like, I don't want to see Mike without a beard or hair.
We've seen it. It's not pretty.
It's not pretty.
Many years ago.
There you
He
go.
looks 12.
Actually, we found out.
He does look 12.
Yeah, we found a photo of. I found the last photo of him shaven with Charlie Hodge from the morning show and the afternoon show. Yeah. 2006.
Oh wow.
It's okay. Mike's driver's license still has him without the beard. I can't take it. It's awkward.
Okay, I gotta see this.
It's awkward. It's like super awkward.
They're like me. It's like you have shoulders and then face.
Do we need to show it to the camera?
No.
No, I don't wanna.
No,
I
forgot.
have to cover like half the.
I'll post
Stick
it
up
up on the Facebook page.
Yeah, if you go
Yeah,
to
I've got plenty of pictures.
Yeah, I got plenty of them saved on my phone. I'll post them up on the Facebook page awkwardly.
Awesome. But yes, how's everything going over here?
It's going.
Oh my God, Jill, this horrifying candle.
What?
The candle's horrifying.
Oh, we're distracted by Pocky. That candle has a message for Harley.
I need a Robin. I need an adult.
You are an
I need
adult.
an adult.
Why am I the adult?
I need this
We'll
to
go around to the
all
adults
the same
earlier. It's your turn
thing.
now.
Take that home. Can I keep it? Also, this is Courtney's new wig.
Maybe.
I need the adult. Like how creepy that kid.
Do you need all the hugs? What does it say?
I'm
My
gonna-
love for you is eternal.
Burns it.
Sweet.
Not when it comes
Not
from
this
somebody who's
context.
awkwardly telling people
Not
you've
for
never
sock
been married
bed.
and you've never been married in
Very
your
bright
life.
pink.
Oh look,
Do
I
not
have
Jeffrey this.
adults.
Do not Jeffrey your
I
fingers.
have adults.
Too late, she already did.
I've already
So
Jeffrey my fingers like
count
3
yours
times.
up
That
to
sounds
two?
awful
Oh,
too,
7.
you know.
7.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Like
the
she
live.
burned her finger
This is
and then
Courtney.
threw
Say
it.
hi, Courtney.
Hi, y'all.
Actually, is there anybody in the booth now?
Yes,
Jasmine is.
Oh, nobody's in the booth.
Oh shoot, we were going to.
Jasmine's in the booth.
But before I do, one more hug.
Yay, hugs! See, I'm awesome. I get all the ladies.
Yeah,
When we're
that's
done.
true.
But Harley, I love you. Please marry me. Wait, we're already married.
Oh no, Ben. Her puppet's Ben.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the ghost of exes past.
Okay.
And this is the ghost of marriages past.
This took a real dark turn.
It really did.
It took a dark turn.
It was supposed
Took a
to be
very
Christmassy,
salty.
And then it turned into X's.
Well, there's no Christmassy things.
It's okay.
There's
That's okay.
green, there's
gave us
With your
80s
fu- with your
fabrics.
finger,
Net,
with your little finger, your little
popsicle
puppet thing.
sticks.
All I can think is now your dad.
Just saying.
Happy birthday to you.
With the 80s
Happy
fabrics
birthday
and the
to
netting,
you.
you could have made
We'll
an
tell
awesome
you
lawn.
later, and you can be scarred with us
I'll tell you
too.
after. No, my mic is right here, so I'll tell you later.
The whole world doesn't need to hear that story.
And so I was like, oh, I was going to tell her, and then I realized where the mic was, and I was like, I'll tell her later.
There the mic is.
It is. It's right there.
Hey.
It was Mike.
You're right there. It's
Yo.
a mic.
My hair's green because I take so many showers.
Yeah, I'll throw up. It's just gross.
But it's true.
But it's true.
I can't.
Poor Kevin.
I can't either.
Y'all.
Aiden, I need you to go sit down, buddy.
But it's true.
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, you get 2 minutes, guys.
That's like 10
But
minutes.
in only
That's
10
fine.
minutes, she's only made eyeballs. Yeah. What you gonna say about it now?
I feel like I'm watching some, like, Jim Henson horror show.
Just think, honey, I get to go home with you.
That movie that came out last year.
Oh, the
Happy Time Murders.
I love that movie.
It's like B-roll from Happy Time Murders.
I love that movie.
Which part? The part where he's in the special store?
I love them all. I
No,
Hey,
she's like-
hey,
the movie.
Mike really likes the cows.
Mike does like cows.
Moo.
Mike is a cow. Jill, you're breaking Brenda. Brenda cannot. I'm pretty sure Brenda, if she could, would be on the floor dying, laughing, and having an asthma attack if her back would let her. All right, guys, time.
What do you mean time?
Time's up. So now we're going to be judging.
Can I use
Brenda
my
says
sign?
it needs more laundry.
But I didn't do my laundry. I never do my laundry.
Brenda says it
The
needs
only
more
reason I
laundry
have
time.
clean clothes is because Jill hates smelling it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up. Stop this now.
Hey, can I hit you with my sign?
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
Better than the podcast show. All right, we're gonna tell us about your ghost.
I have no idea what happened.
I think we should impeach her. I totally made that. It's mine.
This is the ghost of weddings past. It's all the refuse and leftovers and candles and stuff.
So it's mine.
Spider webs.
I made it
guess.
myself.
Okay, koala busted.
And it wants to kill the brother.
I'm not that good of a fighter.
It wants to kill that.
All right, Jill, tell us about your
But he
puppet,
went to
obviously.
heaven.
I'm not a puppet. My name's Ben. I'm just a tool.
So,
Go to hell. It is gonna be great. What?
Jesus, we're salty over here today.
Harley's my wife, and I love her. This is my diamond ring I got her. It's totally real. And my love burns like this candle. Also,
You're gonna turn it so they can think.
also totally real.
I'm gonna
Hey,
let Mike judge
hey.
this one because I can't.
Wait, I have to go get a kiss.
Oh, Jesus.
Because I love you. We make such beautiful children.
I was gonna have an asthma attack. Oh my.
Good thing we all know where my hammer is in the car.
Yeah. So,
I
That's
love
like
the way
2
you.
years of mistakes worth in your ear.
Wait. But come back. I want to nibble on your ear. Oh, nom nom.
Hey, Mike's gonna
Look at this beautiful wedding arrangement I made for you.
it's not
made that, Ben.
No, it's mine. I made it myself.
I made it.
no, it appears nobody actually followed the team.
You said ghosts.
Well, we said ghosts of Christmas, whatever. But
Hey, I was here for
Ghost of
Christmas
whatever.
last year.
ghosts of whatever. So I
Are
guess
we both disqualified?
I want to have a tournament.
Jingle bells. I love Harley.
Miranda's got the aesthetics. Jill's
Harley's
got
still my wife.
the accuracy.
I can lose this thing and not care. I have won in this right here.
Oh my god.
Purely for the fact
my
that she's had
beloved,
us
I love-
cracking up for the last half an hour.
nom, nom, nom.
I'm gonna have to give it to Jill.
She take it.
Oh, in the mouth.
That's my dirty sock.
Still cleaner than Ben's kiss.
Have you ever asked Ben what it was like when you were done?
So,
Alright, so this has been a super salty edition of Makers Arena.
I'm not salty.
yeah.
Stay
Not
tuned.
entirely sure what this was.
Stay tuned for the rerun of
Harley's my wife.
Vacation.
Harley's my wife.
Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
This is almost as bad as pumpkin spice.
I like pumpkin spice. And candy cane soda.
I'm gonna have to give it to you.
Have a good night, guys.
Finding a sock was the best thing I could do.
You win.
Welcome to the newest part of Kaiju Labs Media Block Party. We're learning to roleplay and we're starting now. Welcome to the newest installment of Kaiju Labs, where we got our pilot episode for our brand new series, show called Learn to Roleplay, where we're going to take you through the wonderful world of roleplaying, starting from the Hey, It Sounds Cool to Session 0. That is what totally Season 1 is going to be about. We're going to break it down in 13 episodes. And of course, with me right now, I have,
Jeff Triccolani.
and
Courtney Manor.
as you guys may know, Courtney from various other shows. Jeff has been a veteran for gaming for a while, so Jeff, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I started gaming in 1981, the original red box set from Dungeons and Dragons. As a matter of fact, I still have my original dice, the kind that you
use the crayon to color in the numbers
Yes.
so you can see them. Yes. So you'll have that.
Out of ivory bow.
Exactly. I've played numerous games. Started off with Dungeons and Dragons, obviously, but since then I've done the White Wolf systems. I've done, just about all of them. Palladium, GURPS, Hero, Cortex,
Kids on bicycles.
Kids on Bikes, Savage Worlds, a lot of Savage Worlds, and Star Wars and the whole bit. So.
Fantasy Flight Star Wars or Star Wars D6? I do have to ask that question.
So originally D6, but in the last couple of years it's been Fantasy Flight.
Fantasy Flight.
So it's been the new stuff.
Star Wars has one of those cases of which version of Star Wars were you playing? And Courtney?
Yeah, I'm Courtney Manor. I'm the youngest one out of the set apparently because I've only been gaming for about 9 years at this point.
Yeah, 9 years.
Mainly thanks to this guy right here. This
Yes.
is my husband. He's the one that introduced me to gaming. That's how we met. It's a total meet cute story. You'll catch that on the site later. But honestly, I've been gaming to the point where I've kind of integrated it into my career. I am writing for a couple of different systems at the moment, doing a couple of settings for them. Yes, there is a difference. We'll get to that later. But honestly, it was through gaming that I just kind of managed to focus my writing career into writing for game creation. The media has just been a fun part that you've got to see before my career kicked off. That's just a nice little fun, not side gig, but side gig for me.
You were also my guinea pig.
I'm also this guy's guinea pig, so I mean, what
Actually,
does
you're a lot
that
of
say?
people's guinea pig. You were like the lab.
I am the guinea pig.
You are the guinea pig. I'm just not even thinking. It's just not even me at this point. There are some people you've been the guinea pig for.
Yeah.
Yes, and then there's myself. I am Pocky D from fan service. A lot of interviews. I've been with fan service Kaiju Labs now for so long that I keep forgetting that we're now rebranded. So yes, I've been with Kaiju Labs for a very long time. I've been role playing since D&D 3.0, which has been since 2001.
So I got about 20 years on you.
You got about 20 years on me.
I wasn't born until 1987, just for the record.
But for me to be fair,
I don't want to hear that.
To be fair for me though, it's because I've always lived in Leander, so the nearest gaming store has always been Dragon's Lair for me.
Well, you see, growing up in Fresno, California, we had one game store that was about 10 miles from us. We had to take a bus because we were too young to drive. And it was literally somebody's living room.
Yep.
Eh?
I remember the Dragon's Lair we went to was
That's
literally a
how
house. It was the second Dragon's Lair was a house. Yeah, that sounds about right. I also the co-owner of LearnToRoleplay.com. There's the other owner, is Courtney. LearnToRoleplay.com is kind of also what this show is based off of, so that's always going to be fun to go to. I also do a panel at cons called How to Roleplay Your Fandom and Make It Good. We changed the title from something else that everyone's like, hey, that's just too random and negative. I talk about how to get your favorite fandom and turn it into a role-playing game and figure out the tropes and everything.
The unofficial adaptations kind of thing, and how to make it
functional.
Actually functional, not just trying to shove Trigun or Digimon or whatever you have into Dungeons and Dragons. Doesn't always work.
And then I also have done mostly. I'm a lot of GMing actually. I'm the big GM of the group. I have a tendency to run some interesting one shots for various groups. I do teaching games at ChupacabraCon because let's see, last 3 years I've done 3 or 4 years I've done 3 teaching games per con.
At least one a day.
At least one a day, and I also do the Savage Saturday Night. So I will do 4 to 5 games a con.
Yeah, sometimes they're not even on the schedule.
They're not even on the
That's
schedule.
fine. We try to have that kind of flexibility. By the way, I'm one of the organizers for ChupacabraCon.
Yeah, that's
in addition to all this other gaming. I turn my gaming into work, actually. But running a convention is a lot of fun.
It's a fun bit of work, right?
It is.
Gaming to writing.
So 2 years ago, when I was first getting super heavy, hey, I'm going to teach everyone how to play this game because everyone was getting confused. Some people were coming to the con and they didn't know what it was. Sheena goes, can you play some games? We think you're just here to work. I'm like, no, I am having fun. She goes, are you sure? I'm like, yes, no, I'm perfectly fine with this. As Courtney mentioned before, yes, we met through gaming. Wasn't really a fan of D&D 4.0, so I went to Shadowrun, which I love the lore of that game, so that's where we moved. And Has like, hey, and I met her. I was like, hey, I'm going to do this game. Do you want to play a dwarf that dual wields pistols that can shoot shotgun shells? And she's all like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I have a confession to make.
Huh.
In all my decades, apparently, of gaming, I have yet to play Shadowrun.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I've played everything else.
Have you
but
played Warhammer?
Yes.
So you have about a quarter of the dice that you need in that case.
Played the Warhammer fantasy role-playing game,
But
and
that's
also
awesome.
played Dark Heresy,
Yeah.
which is the Warhammer 40K role-playing.
But Warhammer uses a D6 base system, so does Shadowrun. Shadowrun.
Not anymore, it doesn't.
Shadowrun doesn't.
No,
Or not Warhammer.
Not Warhammer.
Okay. Well, okay. If you play the
Miniatures game.
miniatures game,
Ah,
it uses
yes.
D6.
Yeah, she's referring to the miniatures game. Sorry, not the role-playing game, sweetie, made by Fantasy Flight also, or whatnot.
And they're fond of their special dice.
They're
They are
fond of
very
their
fond of their
special
special
dice.
dice.
But no, this is, at Shadowrun, you need, like, every point you have at something, you roll that many dice, plus you can stack skills and
Did you bring
whatnot.
out my special bag of D6 or just my dice bag?
That's your dice back. That's right there.
Okay, my special. I have a bag dedicated to D6
Just because of how many
Shadowrun.
Shadowrun, yeah. Because you need a lot of d6. It's like you roll 12 d6 sometimes because you have 3 in sword, you have 3 fighting plus 3 in sword using plus you also have natural it's agility, so that's 4 in agility. So that's 3 plus 3 plus 4. So that's 10 dice plus the sword added is an extra 2 because it's a sword. Oh, by the way, it's a imbued
Not to
sword,
confuse
so it's
y'all.
2 more sword. Yeah, 2 more dice. Yeah, it really catches up really fast.
Yeah.
We'll explain more of these systems in depth. But right now, this is just the introduction
Yeah.
episode. You get to know us because
So-
honestly,
Yeah,
we're
so
having
real
fun.
fast, let us explain what the show is about. We're basing it off loosely on a website that me and Cordy both run, and we're both writing articles for, and we encourage some other people if they want to write articles for us to let us know. And the premise is this: we're not going to teach you how to play D&D. I am not here to teach you how to play Shadowrun or Genesis or the Star Wars game or Shadow Fist or whatever Feng Shui, not Shadow Fist, Feng Shui or any of the other games. What we're here to talk about is how to get those games, how to be a cheerleader for those games, how to recognize what your players want, how to understand the difference between a system and versus a setting versus what you want to play versus how you want to play it. We're going to get you from after this episode, from episode 2 on, our job is going to get you to issue 0. An episode session 0. And session 0 is just explained to everybody. It is a session where everyone at this point sits at a table, makes characters, makes backgrounds, and the GM fully explains what is involved in the game.
Yeah,
That's
the
going to be
storyline they're starting with and things like that.
right. And this is also probably where some hey, would you mind if I do this to your character, or how are you two meaning, or how are things. Basically, you know how like we're talking about,
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the social contracts and everything, backstories, all the fun stuff that kind of develops your world before you even get a chance to step into it.
And the key thing being that it's really important for the GM to work with the players to coordinate that, and so they're all sharing that experience.
So that's going to be episode 12 and 13. And that's going to be a big 2-parter, and that's how we're going to end our season, is with session 0. Before then, we're going to explain to you guys everything you need to know to basically, as both players and a GM, to get to that point. And we're going to have a little bit of fun and do some other stuff randomly with it also. So, some of the articles we already have on the website as of our recording is Welcome to the Family, which is my introduction to you guys role-playing, and also what you actually need to buy. And that's actually going to be an episode later for us, which is thing. But, Jeff, for you, what is the biggest misconception for what you think people have for role-playing?
Just simply what's involved. I don't think, when they're first starting out, I don't think they necessarily understand what the point is behind getting around a table and sharing this experience. Right? A lot of folks go in thinking it's us versus them, the players against the GM or the GM against the players and that kind of thing. And it is not that at all. Right? It's all about a shared experience, developing a story, writing a book essentially together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you?
I mean, it's that. I mean, we've already gotten past the whole chicks tracks days of D&D is evil and devil summoning.
I lived through that.
You lived through that. I'm glad you lived through that.
I actually have been reading a lot of. I'm actually tempted to write a thing about the Satanic Panic and how a lot of that started and how. For those who don't know, the Satanic Panic, and me and Jeff will both, because I lived during the 80s.
I'm too young for this part.
Yeah, too young for this part, but Jeff and I both, because I remember for rock and roll and for movies, because I was into horror movies and all that. But basically, during the 80s, a psychological doctor, convinced everyone that D&D was satanic and was going to lead you to a murder. And this was because of an incident that we now know is the Mazes and Monsters incident. Some people call it the Mazes and Monsters incident. It's named after the actual gentleman. I forgot his name. He was played by Tom Hanks in the movie. Basically, he was an introvert. He had depression issues. He had big mental issues. And he was using D&D as self-medication to deal with his...
Never a good idea.
Never a good idea. He was also using other things to be self-medicated over. It was turned out that he was doing drugs and whatnot. His character ends up dying after having a particularly bad day. This is part of the thing they leave out in the story, in the movie. They just say his character dies. And he goes on and end up going on crazy, kills a homeless person, nearly commits suicide. His family and his friends pull him back, and the court basically deems him insane, and he lives with his family. I don't know if he still lives with his family or whatnot, but I know that is the extent of it. That is the extent of my knowledge.
But that's a whole lot of mental illness. And the other misconception that I was getting to, before I mentioned the Satanic Panic and these two jumped in.
No, it's just that's...
It's a good thing to explain because it is a nice little bit of history. But that does bring up another thing, which is a lot of people play this, and you don't realize how many people play role-playing games. We've had several celebrities recently, like Joe Manganiello and his wife, Sofia Vergara. They have an entire section of their basement dedicated
his man cave
his man cave, and she goes in there too because she likes playing with him, is dedicated to Dungeons and Dragons, and he's actually brought that to hospitals. About a year and a half ago, it was actually a big story in the news that he brought these games to one of his local children's hospitals to play, and everybody loved it. Nobody realized he was that into D&D at the time. Now it's just all over the place. It's not just like the nerdier celebrities like Will Wheaton. It is Vin Diesel.
It was a former basketball player of the San Antonio Spurs was a D&D fan. In fact, they had a cake made of that looked like the 3 books.
Yeah.
That was his birthday cake.
Well, I cannot count how many military guys and girls I know.
The military loves role-playing games.
Because you just need one book, you have infinite number of
hours of
entertainment. And you don't need electricity, you don't need a lot of things. And there's also been, because of social media, a nice outpour of people. Like, I belong to a D&D group it's not so much D&D, but it's called D&D with Family and Your Friends. And it's about, people like, hey, my 5-year-old kid wants to get into this, how do I do it? Or, hey, I've been D&Ding and my kid wants to get into it, how should I approach this? And for some of us, it's like, well, that's really easy. But it's like, but if you step back and think about it for a second, it's like, yeah, it's really easy for a group of adults because anything goes. Yeah. But for kids maybe you need to adjust it a little bit. And that is something we're also going to be talking about later in the game is in one of our episodes is how to address all that. Like I said, we have 13 episodes planned of this. This is episode 1. So it's going to be a lot of interesting stuff.
It's also very, very... It's used in therapies a lot. Yeah. Not just the structured role-playing games like D&D or Savage Worlds, but also little one-shots that are meant to be therapeutic-based. That's a big thing in our communities, especially Nordic LARPs. Not all of them are happy-feely LARPs. A lot of them are dark headspaces that you take a while to decompress from.
We actually had a gentleman at ChibucabraCon this year who was talking to a lot of the game developers about that very thing. Because he was a therapist and he was using games in his therapy, and he wanted to talk to some developers about actually making a role-playing game specifically for that
Therapies.
purpose. Yeah.
There's one called
Kind of missed him then. I don't know if I got a chance to talk to him because that's
There's a
fascinating.
game called Imagination where the heroes are a virus or something happens in London, like modern day London, and the only people who are immune to it are people with mental disorders. Yeah. But everyone else will literally go mad from it. Like you'll start hearing things. But the bigger your disorder, the more you're immune to it. But you have to kind of keep things balanced. Because if you start going too much normal heads, but like balance head, what they call balanced headspace, because this was developed by two psychologists. You go into a kind of a balanced headspace, the things in the outside can start affecting you. Yeah. Because that's what they thrive on.
I actually have that on my PDF files because I bought that at one point.
So some of the
Monitor was free at one point, but I have it.
So real fast, we are going to be talking about a lot of various games and a lot of various terms. We are having, as you can see here on the lower thirds, the lower thirds we're going to use is probably some prompts and whatnot, and maybe some jokes as long as we go on the way. But trust me, guys, if we say something and it we realize might be like a term we're all used to, but maybe not everyone else,
there will be definitions.
There will be definitions below.
I'm the one that has to edit them, so I will make sure to put them in.
So real fast, let's go ahead and talk about this real fast. ChupacabraCon, because we're always there.
We love ChupacabraCon.
So ChupacabraCon happens the first weekend of May every year in Round Rock, Texas. And it's a great little convention where we have a lot of authors and game creators who are there to play games with their fans, play games with each other.
Yeah, that gets fun. when the creators get together, I've witnessed this, and it's just it's hilarity.
We at this point we're at a 9 to 1 ratio. For every 9 paid attendees, we have an industry guest. Yeah.
Nice. And
that doesn't include us, by the way.
Yeah, that doesn't include us. But you will always find us. I'll always be doing teaching games for Savage Worlds and possibly some other systems coming up in the near future. And Courtney will be doing other stuff also.
I will definitely be at ChupacabraCon, whether I'm running games for whatever it goes on or whether I'm representing whatever I've written that's come out. And
we have a reputation of just being a very relaxed, laid-back
very
game.
Chill. I actually mentioned that in a comment earlier online. Like, hey, if you're looking to get your feet wet at a tabletop con, go to this one. They're chill.
Most of our celebrity guests, our industry guests, come because they want to be there. Not because we reach out and say, hey, you need to be there or anything like that. They've come to one of our events. They had such a good time that they come back every year. And these folks are coming from the East Coast, the West Coast, Colorado. A lot from Denver.
Denver is like becoming the hub of where these. You also have like every year. We also have no
the charity game.
We have the charity game, which every year, and that's where all your industry guests get to be weirder than normal. Chickens in the Mist is particularly one of the highlights.
That's the one I'm thinking of because I just...
Well, Ed Redderman does a great job.
Yes.
Also, but every time before that, though, we always have the tailgate. Because there's a setting in Savage Worlds called ETU, which stands for the East Texas University. We have an East Texas University tailgate party, which we all have to sing the song, and then all the industry people are just standing around, and everyone's just standing around playing stupid college games, but that are like really family friendly, like the beer pong table, but it's actually like gigantic buckets, and people are just chunking them in. And we're all eating, just having fun. There's always a charity auction every year that there have been some items on that list. I'm just going, I was out like 2 bids ago and it's still going.
So ChupacabraCon is a charity event. We raise money for Extra Life. So everything that we make through the auctions, to the charity events, and the majority of our gate goes to Extra Life every year. And we also have the folks from Mind's Eye Society, which is live action role playing, who have big events there every year, and they will usually outdo us in their donations.
Yeah, I think combined between Mind's Eye and our auction, we raised like 5,000 last year. Am I under or over? I can't remember.
For last year, it was about 5,000.
Yeah, 5,000.
Yeah, the previous year was closer to 8.
Yeah.
This year you're gonna have some. You have already started listing some guests, and it's like, you got who? We got what? Oh, they're coming back. That's awesome. Was it the first year Shane and them we had Round Rock? I know the Texas Savages, which is the big Savage Rolls group here in Texas. We have a big Discord and everything. Everyone was like, okay, who's bringing the Round Rock donuts? It's like Shane's getting bombarded. Like everyone's like Shane and Sean.
That was year 3 for us.
Yeah.
But the first year we held it in Round Rock. The first 2 years we were in Austin, which just got too pricey for us.
Yeah.
So we moved out to Round Rock. We love the location. They're treating us really well there. Hopefully we don't outgrow it, but we might.
Yeah. Well, if you keep being awesome.
If you keep being awesome, there is a brand new resort being built just down the road.
Yeah, we'll find out what they cost.
Yeah. We'll see what that one looks like, but I'd like to stay in Round Rock.
I'd like to have money left over to give to the charity.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys, like, we gave donuts. Like, everyone's always just super friendly and family there. Like, you know, there's always a couple outcasts, but you'll never... I have seen families who, like, their kids are just getting into this, and they had, like... You can see at first they're like, what are all these guys? Like, they'll see me in the giant beard. And when I GM, if you guys saw my GMing game, I stand. Because I don't sit down, because I need to, when I teach, I need to see everyone what they're doing.
Which is not uncommon for most GMs to stand during the session, but yeah.
Like, I'll even stand during a session. I'll kind of go between both.
I literally, one time during a game, had an NPC get mad and storm off. So I literally just stormed off of my table, just like, how dare you? And I literally had another person from booth who was just a couple tables away from me going, so did they upset you? Like, what happened to that one playing group? I'm like, no, they just met the wrong NPC.
Yeah. Well, 2 years ago, we talk about, families getting involved. 2 years ago, we had a family that was staying at the hotel for something else.
Yes, I remember
And
that.
they were captivated by all the activity that was happening even so late at night in the convention space behind the hotel. And so they came over to see what we were all about. We said, well, come on in, check it out. We have some family events for kids. We have a number of things happening. And, if you like it, come back and pay for a ticket and enjoy it. And they came back the next day and they bought a ticket and they went in and with their 2 kids and had a great time.
And I think I've seen them back since.
They've been back since.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we got to get ready to wrap up because Kaiju Labs, we still have some more stuff going on.
One more thing, really quick. If you can't happen to make it out to Round Rock, look for your local gaming convention.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Always support your local gaming convention.
I will actually put up a list on the website, and I will point that list through a slide.
So,
so
yes. But yes, right now, support your local gaming conventions. There's so many of them, and so many good ones out there, run by people with a lot of passion. You'll know when you walk into the convention, okay, these people mean it. They're here for the right reasons, because it will feel like your table.
Yeah.
It will hopefully feel like your table, at least if you're starting off. Well, guys, like I said, Kaiju Labs is still going to be going on next episode. I think it's going to be very interesting because knowing Kaiju Labs, we always do. We've got some new projects up, and we have some old projects returning. But right now, we're going to let you guys go. But next episode, it's going to be system versus setting. We're going to start off everything with what the difference between a system and a setting is. So, catch you guys later.
Bye, y'all.
Welcome to our brand new series called The 10 Shortlist, which is a supplement to our upcoming podcast, The 10, which is going to be an amazing 10 things series. And we decided, let's do something short and fun for TV with things that don't exactly need to be put in podcast form and handled pretty small. And I came up with this project with one of our great friends here at the studio.
Graham Young. I actually work here at the studio, and Gavin and I get into several arguments and debates.
Arguments is a very nice word for it.
In the debate, in the equipment room. I almost said the debate room, which is probably, that's what we should label it as.
The debate room.
Yes, but we get into several arguments about films, and we're here to make you miserable with our film commentaries.
Or highly entertained, one of the two.
Exactly. You will feel something at the end of this video.
like I need to subscribe to this video more. Hopefully that's the feeling.
Yeah,
you get.
I can't believe how cool these guys are. Yeah, that kind of thing.
So our first topic is films that would be really funny or really bad as musicals. So
yes, and I'm going to start us off with a kicker, Gavin.
Oh, this is a kicker, just so y'all know.
And we were talking about categories, and this could have fallen into either movies that could make good musicals or movies that made you grow up fast as a kid. This movie is Kids, and I would like to see Kids as a musical. The streets of New York City, the dark, unforgiving
the most messed up West Side Story you'd ever see. Like
yes,
there wouldn't be like jazz hands. It'd be like, oh, this would be the most offensive music album ever.
Well, you probably have never seen this movie, but there's a movie called Dancer in the Dark.
I have seen Dancer in the Dark.
Okay. Right, I didn't mean to.
No, you insult my movie taste because I like good movies and he likes trash humpers.
Yeah, I will be seeing trash humpers later at AFS. So yes, so here's the thing. In Dancer in the Dark, it is a very depressing film, and then the only time that there's any kind of joy is during these musical scenes that sort of break up the misery. And maybe taking that approach to Kids, I'm not sure. What do you think?
I think it'd be really messed up. It's something you could not listen to in public or at work or at the gym. Some guy's like, hey, bro, what you listening to? You're like, Kids. He's like, I'm going to go to the next treadmill.
Yeah, you know, just kind of. With your significant other, you'll be filing divorce papers the next day.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, so something you do in private, but I think people want to see this.
Next thing I think people would want to see is Gremlins as a musical. The first one, because I have a really big fondness for dark comedy movies. And I grew up with the Gremlins, and I absolutely love it. And I just think, like, watching the mom stalk around the house singing about how she's going to get you, or the Gremlins just running around doing the stupidest things, like Spike's last ballad when he's on the fountain going, you think you've won? Like, I just think it would be so much fun to see that dark comedy come out and just this bizarre musical.
And singing as he's disintegrating.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Like, I'm
That's
melting
a cool visual image.
I would be like, yeah, just woo, yes. Because, like, I want a song, because one of my favorite scenes is the stop motion part where they're coming out of the shadows on the street.
Yes.
That needs a song, people. It needs an epic song of we're storming they're storming the castle, and they're just coming out.
And so does Gremlins in a Blender. I think that needs a song. And I also want to compliment Gavin real quickly on choosing Gremlins 1 instead of Gremlins 2.
Yeah.
I think that would have been the easier choice because it's sort of a chaotic film and it lends itself more to
Gremlins 2 is very, very much a different ballgame.
It's a wonderful film, but they're two completely different beasts, but you will enjoy both of them, and you will enjoy it even better when you see it as a musical.
All right, what do you have next?
Okay, well, I did such a great segue there. I
know, you're like, hey, let's go.
So up next, I have 2003's The Room, starring Tommy Wiseau.
Can I just say, I love how it gives you dates of these films. I'm like, you're just going to know the films I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so.
Mine, I have to give some kind of reference, or I get a little arty on here. But anyway, 2000, and The Room is an art film.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone would enjoy seeing Tommy Wiseau enjoy or just
run away screaming.
Yeah, and Tommy Wiseau singing. But again, it's a very melodramatic piece, and it, I think, lends itself to the musical genre.
It would be a very kind of dark musical genre as well. Yeah, it would definitely be an interesting. It would be full of like power ballads and like sinister, like it needs to be like a sinister rock musical. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
It would be the darkest soundtrack to feature a song, "Me Underwears."
And with that note, we're going on to my next one. I want to see Jaws as a musical. I love shark films. It's one of my fascinations. Three-headed shark, snow shark, avalanche, all those horrible sci-fi ones I have watched before. But Jaws is the king of them all. And I just think it would be really hilarious to see Jaws singing about hunting underwater. Yes, I want a singing animal.
So he is a
in this animal.
In the film.
I want them to sing a song about how they need to have a bigger boat. I just think it would be hilarious.
We need a bigger boat.
We need a bigger boat. Oh, it's going to eat us. We need a bigger boat. Like, for real.
Yeah. So, I would love to see that. I would like to see a very or a violent musical, and it seems like Jaws.
Well, there's blood everywhere.
Yeah,
it'd be hilarious.
And the scene of the World War II veteran telling the story at the bottom of the boat as a musical.
That'd be one of those epic ones where the lights fade, the spotlight turns on, everything just fades in the background, and it's one of those epic like monologue songs. I don't know.
Why
what
aren't
they're
you
called.
making this right now? Go after the show. Go make this movie.
Yeah, I do it with puppets and Legos.
Stop being so lazy. Make a movie.
Lazy? I do 2 hours of live TV a week. Don't talk to me about lazy.
Well, speaking of lazy, that has nothing to do with the next film at all. I try here. I'm working on my transitions. My next film is a great film, but it's probably more widely known as an internet meme. Of course, I'm talking about 2004's Downfall. And the scene I'm referring to is Hitler losing it in the bunker once he's learned that he's lost the war. And I would love to see him
so many
sing
memes. Well, okay, but would it be in German with subtitles, or would it be in English with German subtitles?
You know what? I want people to go crazy. I want German people to do their song versions of it. I want to, and maybe if the musical tours, if it goes to the United States, it will be sung in English. If it's in, if we go to Germany, it will be done in German.
But see, German is such a violent, foul-sounding language. It would have to be a heavy metal musical for Germany, and something different here. Because you can't be like, Dusham, no, it's like, Dusham, no, like, that's why all the dark metal is German.
Yes, we need to talk to Rammstein about possibly doing working on a musical. No, I think you're right. That's a really good call.
A Hitler musical would be kind of funny, but yeah, it'd have to be 2 different versions.
But so if you're putting me on the spot right here and right now, I would say I would prefer it to be in German then.
So you'd want the more death metal version
with English subtitles.
That'd be really fast English subtitles. You better be a fast reader for some of this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But no, okay, cool. I think that okay, let's start making these movies.
Well, the next one should have already been made because this is a big internet meme. Is Jurassic Park as a musical because they have that dinosaur song that people loved to sing back in the day. It's a dinosaur. It's a dinosaur. Like, I don't understand why no one made this into a musical to begin with because it'd be hilarious watching the kids run around the park with Alan Grant, the educational song while you're going over the electric fence, don't pee on the fence, stuff like that. Like, I just think it'd be really hilarious. And then the best part, you get Samuel L. Jackson as that grumpy, foul-mouthed IT guy singing an IT song fully uncensored.
If we can get Samuel L. Jackson to come back, as well as Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern, Sam Neill, I think we have a film. I think we have a musical.
You would definitely have a musical. It'd be funny. It would be so funny. Like,
we get the kid back that remember when Sam Neill goes, this is what he would do to you, and he had the claw, the raptors.
Yeah,
we'll get that kid back.
He'd be turning around doing, I can never be a paleontologist.
This stuff freaks me out.
Yeah.
This stuff freaks me out.
All right, so next up on the list, what do you have?
Oh my gosh, I got so distracted. Okay, so
so distracted by dinosaurs. Woo!
Yeah, going from dinosaurs to mogwomps.
Oh no.
We're going to be talking about Naked Lunch, David Cronenberg's 1991 near masterpiece, or masterpiece, depending on your opinion. Is a great, weird, bizarre
Okay, I
film
totally thought
based
you were
on a
talking
really-
about the Peter Jackson one.
The Peter Jackson...
His first film, Naked Lunch, with the aliens that ate people.
Oh, that's Bad Taste.
Bad Taste. Okay, see, I got my movies crossed on this one.
Naked Lunch is... I've attempted to read the book 3 times. I read the book 3 times. I still am kind of scratching my head about what it means. But it's a great little movie done by David Cronenberg that features drug use. It follows.
It hits all the fun things.
And insanity. It is based on the life of William S. Burroughs, and I don't know if you know this.
I do.
He shot his wife. They were doing a William Tell routine. And they were both on drugs.
Oops, it's loaded!
Yeah, and he accidentally, instead of shooting the apple, he shot her head. And
that's some bad aim right there.
Killed her. And I think that would be interesting to see as a musical.
I think the song from the point of view of the gun, and that would be hilarious. Like, it knows something's going to go wrong.
What are they doing? This is a bad idea.
They're going to blame me. The apple's going to survive. Like for real, it'd be so bad. Not as bad as my next one, The Game, that Michael Douglas movie where he's a high-powered executive who has to go through that weird reality game.
Yes.
I love that movie, and I think the songs from it would be so weird because Michael Douglas has a pretty expansive career. He's had all sorts of things, but I don't think he's ever done a musical.
I don't
And
think
him
he
singing
has.
about his confusion and trying to survive the game would just be priceless, because you wouldn't know, because there'd have to be two versions of it, his version and the version of the people behind the scenes who are tricking him. I think that would be hilarious, like intermingling.
Yes.
So you wouldn't really know which version is which song, and it would confuse you as much as it confuses him. Is it's real? Is it not? I think there's a weird hybrid musical thing that could happen there, and you'd be like,
You've really put some thought in this, and you have a really great idea. I like that idea. On a side note, you have a brother, I have a brother. I remember watching the game with my brother in the 90s, and after the film was over, we both promised each other that we would never give each other birthday presents ever again.
You know, you can actually do that somewhat this day. It's called Mysteries by Mail.
Okay.
You'll send it to somebody, and they'll start these random supernatural sci-fi things in the mail given to them that they got to try. They don't know who it's from until the end, and then they get like a little cool-ass trinket.
If I ever get a letter from Gavin,
it won't come from me. You're going to get a random package in the mail addressed to you and customized.
If I see your name anywhere,
you will not
it's going
ever see
right in the trash.
Anyways, so the game I think would be really fun.
All right, and so this is our final pick?
Our final picks.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know who has the better final pick here, just so you know.
Well, I just want to say, Spike Lee, coming off of Black Klansman, and sort of the times that we're living in, I would love to see a musical of Do the Right Thing.
That would be another. That would be a really good.